Hello everyone, welcome to the course of Mechanical System Design, in which we are learning about design of IC engine components. In last few lectures we have learned about design of cylinder head and fasteners to clamp the cylinder head onto the cylinder of an IC engine. From this lecture onwards we will start learning about design of piston. This will be a lengthy topic, so we will subdivide it into four parts, such as design of piston head and barrel, design of piston rings, design of piston skirt, and design of piston pin. Let us start with design of piston head and barrel. First of all, some brief introduction about pistons. The function of a piston is to receive the impulse from combustion of the fuel and transmit the force to crankshaft through connecting rod. Hence, the desirable material properties are it should be strong enough to withstand to receive the impulse from the combustion. Since it is exposed to a lot of heat from combustion, it should have very good temperature resistance. As some amount of heat is transferred to the piston, in order to avoid overheating of the piston, this heat should be dissipated to the surrounding components as quickly as possible. Therefore, the piston material should have good thermal conductivity. For proper operation of a piston inside the cylinder, that means it should have a sliding motion inside the cylinder, there should be a clearance fit between piston and cylinder. As it is heated, the piston may expand, and this expansion should not occupy the clearance available between piston and cylinder. Otherwise, this piston will seize into the engine. Hence, it should have low coefficient of thermal expansion. In order to keep the inertia mass of the piston as low as possible from balancing point of view, the material of the piston should be light in weight. It can be noted that during most of the operation of an engine, the connecting rod will be at an angle. Since the connecting rod is at an angle, it will always push the piston onto the walls of the cylinder, which is called as side thrust of a piston. Due to the presence of the piston ring, the upper portion of the piston will seldom be in contact with the cylinder. However, the bottom portion of the piston might touch the cylinder walls, and therefore the piston material should be wear resistant. It should have low coefficient of friction and good bearing properties. Therefore, the most popular materials used for the piston are either alloy steel or aluminum. And looking into this strength requirement and ease of manufacturing, the process used for the manufacturing of the piston is forging. Let us understand the construction of a piston. Essentially, it looks like an inverted glass which has got a significant wall thickness. There is a hole drilled along the diameter of the piston through which a piston pin is inserted. This piston pin also passes through the small end of the connecting rod, which will be inside this piston. The axis of the piston pin divides this piston into two parts. The upper part, which will receive the impulse of the combustion gases, is called as piston barrel, and the lower part is called as piston skirt. Most of the side thrust will be taken up by the piston skirt, and the gas impulse will be taken up by the piston barrel. The top portion of the piston is called as piston head or crown. For SI engines, this crown can be flat or it can have a shallow cup in it. For CI engines, this crown or the head may have a bowl carved into it. Now, as far as CI engine is concerned, the air-fuel mixture is not homogeneous in nature and proper mixing is a challenge. This can be achieved by having proper air motions, which are called as swirl, squish and tumble. These air motions can be achieved by carving a ball of a suitable shape inside the head of the piston. That is the purpose of having a bowl in a CI engine, which is not present in case of SI engine, since SI engines will have a premixed air fuel mixture and there is no issue of mixing. On the barrel, there are grooves provided for fitting the piston rings. At least 3 piston rings will be there, out of which the top 2 rings will be compression rings, which will act as a sealing and prevent the passing of combustion gas to the other side of the piston. The bottommost ring will be called as oil control ring, and its purpose is to reduce the friction and scrap the oil if it is present on the walls of the cylinder. To strengthen this head, sometimes the rib is provided from the bottom of the head, which is supported by the piston boss. This is the construction of a typical piston of an IC engine. Let us see first the design of piston head and piston barrel. We will learn how to design thickness of the piston head, which is over here, and piston and thickness of the piston barrel, which can be seen over here. It is measured from the bottom of the groove to the wall of the barrel of the piston. Piston head can be designed based on 2 criteria. Either it is based on the strength or based on the heat dissipation. The formula for calculating thickness of piston head is given over here. If you observe this formula carefully, it looks similar to the formula of flat head used in pressure vessels, which we have seen in the first unit, or it is quite similar to the formula of design of cylinder head of an IC engine. In this formula, TPH stands for thickness of the piston head, Pmax is the maximum gas pressure, sigma allowable is the allowable tensile stress for the material of the piston, and D is the diameter of the piston, or you can say it is a bore diameter. The table gives value of various materials and their allowable strengths. Since piston head is subjected to lot of heat, it has to dissipate this heat to the surrounding component as early as possible. Hence, the thickness has to be designed considering these things. The formula for the thickness of the piston head based on the heat dissipation is X into BSFC into BP into HCV upon 4 pi K delta T, where X is the fraction of heat absorbed by the piston head, which is typically 5% of total heat generated by combustion. BSFC is the brake specific fuel consumption given in kg per kilowatt second. The typical value is 0.25 kg per kilowatt hour. BP is the brake power of an engine given in kilowatt. HCV is the higher calorific value of the fuel given in joule per kg. Typically this value is 44 megajoule per kg for gasoline. K is the thermal conductivity of the piston material given in watt per meter per degree Celsius. Delta T is the temperature difference between outer surface of the piston head and center of the piston head given in degree Celsius. The following table gives value of thermal conductivity and temperature difference for various materials. It can be noted that usually better thermal conductivity results in lesser temperature difference. A decision whether a piston cup has to be provided or not is taken based on the value of ratio of stroke and bore. If L by D is less than or equal to 1.5, a piston cup has to be provided, and the radius of curvature of the piston cup is calculated by the formula RC equal to 0.7 into bore diameter. The piston barrel can be designed by using this empirical formula. Thickness of the piston barrel near the rings is TBP is equal to TPH. Thickness of piston barrel at the open end can be smaller since it is not subjected to any strength requirements. Let us try to understand all this concept with the help of a numerical example. The problem statement is quite long, so kindly pause this video and you can go through this problem statement. The objective is to design a piston head, piston barrel, piston rings, piston skirt, ribs and piston pin. We can assume some suitable data if required. Right now we will solve piston head and piston barrel in this example. As far as design of piston head is concerned, we can design it based on the strength. All the data is known to us and the calculation comes out to be 15.81, which can be rounded off to 16 mm. The thickness can be designed based on the heat dissipation criteria as well by using this formula. Again, if you go through the given data, all the data is known to us except the brake power, which can be calculated by using this formula. Please note, in this formula BP is equal to PLAN upon 60 into 1000. It should be noted that when we are calculating brake power, brake mean effective pressure is considered, whereas when we are calculating indicated power, indicated mean effective pressure has to be used. Another thing to be noted is that here N is number of cycles per unit time, which means for a two-stroke engine N will be equal to speed of the engine, whereas for a four-stroke engine N is equal to speed of the engine divided by 2. By putting all the known values in this formula, the thickness comes out to be 12.06, which can be approximated to 13 mm. Out of two criteria, the criteria based on the strength, the value based on the strength is more conservative, hence that value is considered. So thickness of a piston head comes out to be 16 mm. Thickness of a piston barrel is calculated by using the empirical formula and comes out to be 16 mm. It can be observed that the ratio of stroke to the bore is 1.25, which is less than 1.5, which is the threshold value. Hence, the piston cup has to be designed. The radius of curvature of a piston cup, RC, can be calculated to be 70 mm. Thus, the design of piston head and barrel is over. In the next lecture, we will see how to design piston rings and the other parts of the associated structure. Thank you.